Okay, well, thank you all for being here. I'm excited to get started. My name is Max Savashinsky. I'm the Executive Director of ACAP, the Accounting Career Awareness Program, and I just want to say a big welcome to everybody who's here on the call, and mostly a big congratulations to all of you who have been accepted as participants in this year's Residency Week program. It's a real honor for us to have you as part of the program. I hope that it's an honor for you to be able to participate in our Residency Week program this summer. And we're just really excited to have you, excited that you were interested enough to apply and took the time and energy to apply. And it's going to be really great to meet you all in person. I would love to meet you all tonight, but I think that would take up most of our hour with 43 students and your families who are here tonight. So with a little patience and waiting just a couple of weeks, we'll be able to do that all together pretty soon. So tonight, in the next 55 minutes, we're gonna present some information about the program so that you have a better sense about the experience that lies ahead when you come and join us at the University of Washington for most of the last week in July. And to have some time for any of you to also just answer questions you have, because I know you've signed up for this thing, you don't necessarily know what it's going to be like. So we're going to try to give you a sense of what Residency Week is about and what it's going to be like. And about all the things you're going to do and learn while you're part of the program this summer. So again, my name is Max. I'm the Executive Director. I'm also going to introduce you to some of the staff who are going to be working on the program and helping to support you during the Residency Week a little bit later in the call. So hopefully everybody can see my slides, and I'm going to launch in right now. So welcome to ACAP. You are members of the class of the 2022 Residency Week program. This is an orientation to that program. This program has been running for over 40 years. ACAP is a nonprofit organization founded here in Seattle. It was founded by a couple accountants who were working in the industry and were very concerned about the lack of diversity in accounting. That has improved over the 4 decades that ACAP has been around, but it is still something that many people in the industry could want to see change. And so a lot of organizations contribute to make this opportunity possible. A lot of accounting firms and the Washington State Association of CPAs helped contribute funds to make this program possible and to make it free for participants to spend a week on campus with us. Learning about college, learning about themselves, and learning about accounting, with the hope that you'll be interested in that and want to consider pursuing it after the week is over. And if that ends up happening, we'll be real happy, and we'll be real happy to help make that happen. So ACAP has been running in Seattle for over 40 years, minus the last 2 years during the pandemic when we were not able to offer the program. And during those 40 years, other ACAP programs have been created at other universities all over the country. There's about 20 programs that run every summer. More or less simultaneously, you'll be part of a community all across the country of students who are spending a week on college campuses, learning and doing things similar to what you'll be doing here at the University of Washington. So Residency Week, hopefully you know this because you all applied. Residency Week is a free week-long program. The program is designed for local high school students of color from Washington to experience some life on a college campus, develop networks, meet people, develop some skills, do some personal development, learn more about yourself, and of course, to learn about all the opportunities that exist for those who pursue study or careers in accounting. We know very well that lots of students in high school are interested in a lot of different things. A lot of them are interested in business, but a lot of them don't necessarily know about all the different sub areas of business, one of which is accounting and finance. those of us who work in the program, the people who serve on our board of directors, and the firms and organizations that help contribute to this program really believe strongly that accounting provides an amazing opportunity for students, for people like you. They really want you to be interested in pursuing this career, and they want to take the opportunity during this week to tell you about what it is like to study accounting, to work in accounting, and about all the doors that a career in accounting can open for you. And it's been pretty eye-opening for me to be in this job for the last 3 years, because I do not come from an accounting background at all. And after having gone through this program and learned about the accounting industry, I gotta say, like, I wish I went through a program like this when I was young, because I think there's a pretty good chance I would have thought about pursuing accounting for a lot of reasons that you'll hear about during residency week, but I'm not going to go into too much now. You all are part of a group of 43 participants who are going to be in the program. I thought I'd give you a little overview of what this group, the class of 2022, looks like. There's going to be 43 students, about 3/4 female, 25% male. That is pretty typical, that sort of imbalance. That is sort of reflective of the pool of applicants who apply for the program. Most of my career was working in study abroad, taking students to go study and have experiences in other countries. And in that field, it was exactly the same. 41% of you are Black or African-American, 41% are Latinx, 14% Asian American, and 2%, which I think is really one student, is API. We're going to have 10 students who will be sophomores next fall, 20 who will be juniors next fall, and 13 who will be seniors after the summer. We have 25 different high schools represented, and it's the most diverse high school representation that we've ever had in ACAP. Most in the history of ACAP, I would say most students come from high schools in the greater Seattle area. This year, we have at least one student who's coming over from Yakima for the program. We have students who are coming down from Mount Vernon up in the north, and students who are coming up from Vancouver on the Oregon border. So I'm super excited to have students with real diverse experience and representing different part of the states come to the program this summer. More about who's involved in the program. Some of the most important people involved in this program are our counselors. Counselors are folks whose job it is to be a part of this program for the entirety of residency week. They are hired for this job because they have a lot of experience either working with youth or studying similar topics in college: business, finance, marketing, accounting, etc. So they choose to take a week out of their summer to work, to be with you, to be with all of us, to support you, to guide you, to mentor you, to talk about their experiences and how they got from where many of you are to where they are now. These counselors are with us tonight. Whoops. I just got to let somebody in from the waiting room. So yeah, many of them are either currently in college. Several of them are in college at the Foster School at the UW, where we're going to spend most of our time during residency week, and many of them have experience in youth programs or related studies. So they're going to be there to support you. You're going to spend a lot of time with them. You're going to get to know them. And I would like to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves to you right now. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to invite Tim Hall, who is our lead counselor, to come on and introduce himself. He has been involved with ACAP way longer than I have. And he comes back year after year to do this, and we're really lucky to have him. So thanks for being here, Tim.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tim Hall. As Max said, I will be the lead counselor. I've done ACAP for, I can't even count, I want to age myself, for a long time. It's a fun program. That's why I come back every year. It's very impactful. We were talking earlier just about running into students, past students, and having discussions about the program, how much it's impacted them. And that's the reason why I do it every year. It's a lot of fun. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns during the week. I'm happy to talk to you about anything.
Okay, how about Megan? Would you like to go first? You're one of our program alums, so great to have you here too. Great to have you back.
Yeah, sure. I can go first. Hi, everyone. I'm Megan Wong, and I was part of the ACAP program in 2019. So I'm really excited to be back as a counselor. I'm going to be a junior studying at the UW Foster School of Business, and I'm pursuing marketing and information systems.
Thanks, Megan. Sarah, how about you? Or maybe Nicole.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. My name is Nicole. I just graduated from the University of Washington with a degree in marketing, so still in the Foster School. And I'm really excited for ACAP Residency Week.
Thanks, Nicole. Layla.
Hi guys, my name is Layla Adams. I'm going to be a senior this upcoming year. And I'm just really excited to get involved with the program and excited to meet you guys and ready to get it started.
Yay, Layla, thanks for being here. Ariane.
Hi everyone, I'm Aryan. I'm a junior at Foster School of Business as well, and I'm really looking forward to this program. I connected with Max almost a month before, and since then I've been interested to be a part of this program as a counselor, and I really look forward to seeing you all soon on campus.
Awesome, thanks. Guru.
Hey everyone, I'm also a junior at UW Seattle, and I'm in the Foster program as well. I'm studying marketing and operation management, and I'm looking forward to being a counselor for the program. And a fun little fact for you guys is I like to play soccer. So if there's any soccer players, hopefully we can get on the turf field at UW North Campus area sometime.
Okay, Sarah, you're back. Yay.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I was a student for ACAP summer program in 2019. And because of that program, I decided I was so interested in accounting that now I'm studying it at UW Bothell, and I'm currently a sophomore.
Well, thank you all for taking a moment out of your weekend to be here, and it's going to be great to have you supporting this program. So yes, these are your counselors. You'll be spending a lot of time with them, and they are going to be here to support you in any way that they can during the program. So if when you're with us during residency week, there's anything you need, questions you have, concerns, you're feeling like you don't know what you're doing there, it's hard to be away from home, anything at all, you can trust any of the staff, including myself and Tim, to help you with anything you need. So we will spend some time early in the program getting to know the counselors a little bit better, but I wanted you to have a chance to meet them all tonight. Okay, I'm going to go back to sharing some slides here, and so I'm guessing that we might have a couple students who have already been on the University of Washington campus, or maybe another college campus, but I'm also guessing we've probably got some students who've never been on the campus before. So one of our goals for the week is to get you to sort of know what it's like to be on a college campus and to live on a college campus, because if and when you go to college, and I think we hope that most of you will do that, it's a really unique and special experience. We'd like you to get a feel for what that's like. And so part of the notion for this program is to have students become residents and sort of become college students for a week. That means you're going to be living on campus in dormitories where college students live during the school year. During the summertime, a lot of these dorms are filled with students who are on programs like ACAP, but they might be coming to campus to be part of a sports camp or a science camp. And so there'll be other people living there, but most of them won't be college students who are living there during the most of the year. So we'll be living in a residence hall. It might be the one you're looking at right now, which is kind of on the north part of the UW Seattle campus. These dorms are relatively new and they're pretty darn nice, a lot nicer than when I was in college. And so students will be paired up. You'll get a roommate we'll be assigning students to rooms. We'll probably all be living on the same floor, sort of together in a community. The rooms have their own bathrooms, but they're not like expansive. The experience of living in a dorm in college is generally like living in a kind of shared bedroom with a person, sometimes two other people. So that's going to be part of the experience in the program. You'll get to, I will let everybody know who their roommate is prior to the program. So in case you want to introduce yourself to that person or get to know each other prior, you can do that. Otherwise, you'll meet them on the first day of the program when you arrive on Sunday, and when we help you get all checked into your rooms and settled. Most of our meals will be eaten in a dining hall on campus. Everybody's going to get a meal card when you arrive for the program that will get you in there for eating breakfast and lunch and dinner. And most of that we'll do as a group. We'll all go together to the dining halls to eat our meals. Some of the meals we're going to eat all together outside of the dining hall when we have other activities or when we take a couple of our field trips off campus. But that's another big part of the campus experience. And then, of course, because the campus experience is about school, we're going to be spending a fair amount of time in classrooms in the Foster School of Business. And you will be hearing from a huge diversity of different people who've got different kinds of experience working in the accounting field, who have different jobs, different roles, to talk to you about what their work, what their life is like, what their jobs are like. And they are there. These are people who volunteer to come and talk to students in this program every year because they really care about this program. They really want to see a more diverse pipeline of students in the industry. And so they are there and willing to share like whatever you want to know. I mean, almost anything you want to know. And so it's a great opportunity not only to hear from these people, but to build your networks, the people who you could call on when you like want to go to college, or if you've got questions. Most of these people will like give you their phone number and their email, and they will make themselves available to help you during the program and long after it's over. So it's a really unique opportunity to start to develop a network of people who can help you later on. We've got other activities. We're not just sitting in class all week. We're going to spend time getting to know campus. We're going to leave campus once or twice, including going to spend a whole morning and lunch visiting different accounting firms, so you can see what it's like to actually go to a workplace where people who work in accounting work, which is usually pretty cool and pretty impressive because a lot of their offices are really fancy. I'm always amazed at how nice they are when I go. And most summers, although we're still working on this for this summer, we will also get to go to see a Mariners game down at the stadium and hear a little bit about what it's like to manage accounting for a major league sports franchise. So you all know this, I think, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows and doesn't show up during the wrong week or the wrong month, or God forbid the wrong year. But Residency Week runs from July 24th, that's a Sunday, through the 29th, that's a Friday. All the students, that's you, we ask that you check in and arrive between 3 and 5 p.m. on Sunday, the 24th. Me and the counselors will all be there to meet you, help you get checked in, get your meal card, take you to your rooms, and get you oriented to the program before we have our first activity, which will be dinner on Sunday. I will be sending everybody all the information you need about where to go, how to arrive, where to park. It's exactly where to go. I'll be sending you a map and all those instructions. So you can just stay tuned for that. And then the program, your parents will drop you off, or your guardian or your friend or whoever is bringing you to campus will drop you off on Sunday. And they will come back and get you on Friday evening after the program ends, after our final banquet dinner on Friday evening. I do get questions sometime, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows that you have to stay on campus with the program for the entire week. So we are all going to be like living and studying and playing and traveling around together for the week, but students are not allowed to leave the program or campus unless the program itself is leaving. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that, since some students have questions about that. As I said, the week is a pretty dynamic week, but it's sort of intended to mimic what it's like to be on college campus for a week. So we're going to be in classrooms doing some lectures and some learning. We're going to do activities. We're going to play games. We're going to go on field trips. We're going to eat, and you're going to meet a lot of new people. And we're going to have very full days during the week, getting up, having breakfast in the dining hall, and then getting our day started, usually at about 9 o'clock. And then our mix of lectures, talks, meals, trips, activities, and fun will wrap up by about 9 o'clock in the evening. So we are trying to pack it in. We want you to get the most out of you can out of the short time that we'll have you as part of the program. What you should see now on your screen is sort of a look at what our calendar looks like. I will be sending this all to you so you can see. You're going to get a calendar for the whole week so you know what to expect. But you can see our days start with breakfast. Then we'll usually have a couple sessions in the morning, a couple sessions in the afternoon. Thursday morning, you can see we've got firm tours. Whoops. So we'll put everybody on buses, and we'll split up into groups and go visit different firms around town. You get to have lunch there and get a tour and meet people. So it's a pretty full schedule, pretty dynamic, but pretty fun. And again, I'll share a copy of the calendar with everybody. Some of the details are still getting finalized, but when it is a couple weeks before the program, we'll share this information with you. A little bit about the culture of our program. Part of it is defined by campus culture. As I said, many of you won't have experienced this before, but we're going to try to introduce you to that and get a feel for what it's like to be on campus. Being on campus as a college student also kind of means being an adult. So there's a lot of when you go to college as a student, you'll have a lot of more independence that you'll have on this program, but we're also going to expect you to be really independent and really responsible. You're going to have responsibilities to help make this program a success for everybody who's in the program. That means paying attention to all the things that we need to make things run smoothly. Mostly, I'd say more than anything, in addition to being a kind, responsible person, is knowing where you're supposed to be and when, paying attention to the schedule, listening to the things that your counselors ask and tell of you, so that we can get 43 people to show up on time and keep things moving. The culture of our program for ACAP is that we really want, in the short time we're together, to build a community, and you'll see how fast it feels like a community of students, counselors, and presenters and other people who are a part of the program, including all the people at the Foster School who help to support and host us. Like I said, it's a real busy week. There's a lot that you can learn. There is a ton that you can get out of the 5 days that you're going to spend with us. But as with many things, you will get out of it what you put in. So that means putting in your attention, putting in your participation, making an effort to learn, to get to know people, to share things about you. So during the week, we're gonna work hard. We're gonna do a lot of stuff. You're gonna learn a ton, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And during that time, the counselors, especially, and I will have high expectations of you. That's why we asked everybody to review inside a code of conduct, because it's just really important to us that this program is successful for everybody, that everybody stays happy, that everybody stays healthy, that everybody feels welcomed and included. And all of you are a big part of making that happen. So we will review all that again together when we meet in person at the beginning of the program. But I just wanted to touch on that and make sure that you know how important it is to us, that everybody really understands what our expectations are. Those are kind of outlined in that document. We're going to go over them again. And if you ever have any concerns or questions about anything related to that, you please let me or Tim or any of the counselors know, and we will be happy to help make sure that everybody has a successful residency week. Health and safety. The first thing to know about health and safety is that we want you to arrive safely, and we want you to arrive healthy. Residency week is intense, so it's important that you come to the program feeling good, that you come well rested. So just think about that in the days leading up to the program, to eat well and sleep well, and to feel good, and to come to this program with a lot of energy, mental energy and physical energy. We also want you to stay safe and healthy during the program. That's what our jobs are, to help, but it's also your job to make sure that you and those around you are staying safe and healthy. So we want everybody to be looking out for each other. We're going to be looking out for you. We don't mind if you look out for us, and we really want you to look out for each other during the program. A couple of things about COVID. Right now at the University of Washington, there is no requirement or mandate for vaccines or masks. That said, we of course don't mind if anybody wants to be masked during any or all of the program. There may be one or two activities off campus where some of the firms that we're going to visit, for example, might have requirements around vaccines. So during the program, we may check with some of you, and just to make sure that you won't be prevented from doing activity, we might just have to decide to send some students to certain firms where they've got fewer restrictions if we've got some students who might not be vaccinated on the program. But basically for the program, all you need to know right now is that we don't have any requirements for those things. And if that changes between now and the program, of course, I will let you and your families know about that. If you are sick or get sick immediately prior to the program or during the program, it is obviously very important that you let us know. We will talk to you about what your options are, and work with you to make sure that we're keeping you safe, keeping everybody else in the program safe, and I think most importantly, just abiding by the rules of the university around that. So please communicate with us. It's really important for everybody to play a part in staying healthy, but keeping other people healthy. So that's why this last bullet here says, please respect the health and the safety and well-being of others. We'll do everything we can to keep you healthy and happy and safe too. Here's a couple questions that people ask me often. What do I bring? How do I prep? What's like the dress code for this program? This program is mostly pretty informal. Mostly we're going to be hanging out together. We're going to be sitting in classes. It is summertime. We don't want you to be like uncomfortable. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to be comfortable. But we're also going to be on a college campus. We're going to be in a business school. We're going to be getting presented to and meeting with professionals from the field. So while we encourage you to be casual and comfortable, we also want you to be dignified. And I will let you all make your best judgment about what dignified means, but try to think about what would be respectful to people who are in the business school, who are working, people who are professionals coming from accounting fields, coming to speak to us, and just trying to be balanced between being comfortable and respectful. There is one day, as I mentioned, on Thursday, when we're going to go visit accounting firms. We ask people to sort of be a little bit more professional those days. You do not need to wear a suit. You do not need to wear a tie, but it would be pretty out of place for you to show up at these accounting firms in like ripped jeans or a tank top, I guess would be a good maybe example. So it's not a bad idea to maybe think about bringing one outfit that's a little bit nicer, but again, not too fancy. It's just to be respectful and not to be standing out too awkwardly when we go and visit these accounting firms. Money. You do not need to bring any money with you for residency week. The program is going to provide all of your housing, all of your food, and all of your activities. So you should be fine. If you came to the program without a penny, you are going to eat and sleep and be taken care of real well. That said, we're on a campus. There's some places where you can, some students like to go when they've got a few free moments over to the Starbucks or to there's a little stores on campus where you can get a snack. So it's totally fine to bring money if you want. I just wanted to make sure people know that that's not something that you have to bring with you. You will not suffer at all if you don't come with any money. We're going to take good care of everybody during the week. If you do take any medication, you want to be sure to have and bring with you a full supply of medication for the week. If you have any concerns about medication or anything like that, please reach out to me or have your parent or guardian reach out to me prior to the program, or you can talk to me when you arrive on campus. You also do not need to bring a laptop or a tablet. It is okay to bring one. I don't really recommend it. Just because it's something that you'd have to watch out for and take care of. You're not going to be expected to like take notes in classes or anything like that. And you're not going to have time to be like hanging out playing video games. So my recommendation is probably to leave those at home. But if you want to bring one, that's totally your choice and it is okay. Phones are also okay to use, but it's important to emphasize, and I'll repeat this when you get to campus, and we'll tell you as often as we need to, it is really important to be prepared to put your phone away, turn it off during all of our program activities. We don't want students to be distracted. We don't want you to be distracting other people. So that is a very strict rule of the program. Fine to bring your phone and use it when you've got time, but when we're doing a program activity, phones away. You'll get a lot more out of the program from that. So now I want to open it up for questions. You can stay on. You can raise your hand if you like. You can put your question in the chat. And if you don't want to ask questions right now while we're all together, you can email me at this email address anytime. You can respond to any email that I've sent you if you want to reach me, and I'm always happy to answer questions. If you want to have a phone call or talk about anything, you can just say, Max, I'd love to have a call before, or my parents would love to talk to you. I'm available to chat with you before the program. I want to make sure everybody's got their questions answered. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and just open it up for anybody's questions. If you do have a question, don't forget to unmute yourself to ask it. And please just introduce yourself real briefly, just maybe your name, what school you go to, and then I'm happy to answer any questions you got. And somebody should please ask a question so we don't have to sit in too much awkward silence. Counselors, you can ask questions too.
Yes, I can go ahead.
Okay.
So are the students going to focus anything other than accounting, or the main focus of the entire program is just going to be accounting and talking about accounting counselors and accounting careers other than other career paths for the students?
That's a great question, Ariane. Thank you. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of different subject matter covered. And while the program, you know, the name of our organization is about accounting and the name of the program is accounting, and we are going to talk about accounting. We're not going to do accounting, but we're actually going to talk about a lot of things other than that. And you're going to get as I said, the program is not only about accounting, it's also about learning about college. So we've got sessions where we're going to be talking a little bit about like the admissions process to college. We'll probably have somebody come in from our the financial aid office to talk about how to think about affording college and different options for making college affordable, which is not always easy, but I think it's a really useful thing for students who are in the middle of high school and starting to think about college to know some of this. So we spend a couple hours early in the week talking about that. Later in the week, we're going to be we'll have some sessions that I think are real useful. A lot of the ideas that we're going to have sessions that are useful for you no matter what you do, whether you go to college or not, whether you decide to choose accounting or not. So for example, we've got on Wednesday afternoon, we've got a couple sessions where we're going to talk about how to write a resume or how to have a profile on LinkedIn. Things are going to kind of help you get a little bit more prepared for the professional world, for when you if the time comes when you want to apply for a job or apply for an internship, whether it has something to do with accounting or not, to give you some tools that are going to be helpful, including not only a resume, but that's why we want to introduce you to people, because people are probably the most helpful thing to open doors for you. We have a session that focuses on ethics. So trying to think about how you can be a person who's going to go into whatever field you go into with an idea of how to be an ethical person, an ethical employee. we'd have a session where we sort of talk about professionalism and some of the expectations that you might encounter as you go into college or as you go into a job, the things that people are going to expect of you and how you can be aware of those things and navigate them. So we talk about a lot. We don't really talk about a lot of other like fields per se to answer your question, but we do cover a lot of other topics during the week that are not about accounting. And I think a lot of the times when we are talking about accounting, it's it can be real interesting because, like I said, when we go to the ballpark to the Mariners, we will have some of the people who are highest up in the Mariners in terms of managing the money, the Mariners' money. And as you can imagine, a Major League Baseball team handles a lot of money, many millions of dollars. And that's just not the money that comes from, ticket sales and that gets paid to players. There's a million things that go into making a Major League sports franchise what it is and make it work. And so they'll talk to you a little bit about that. And we'll have other people from other walks of life who do accounting in completely different fields. And they'll just be sort of trying to give you a sense about how accounting is something that you can use in lots of different fields. So if like baseball is your passion, but you're not going to be a professional baseball player, there are lots of jobs in baseball, including managing money, that something like accounting or getting a CPA could open those doors for you. And that applies to anything because every industry has money, every industry has to pay taxes. So one of the great things about getting a degree in accounting and becoming a certified public accountant is that you can potentially work in any field you want.
Thank you, Max.
You bet.
I have just a question about when we come drop off our children. So can the parents come and see where they're going to be? Where they going to be?
You like their room where they're going to stay?
Yeah, like.
Yeah, absolutely. It's no problem. Yep. Well, when you arrive, we will meet you. There's an office in the ground floor of one of the residence halls where they sort of have they have some staff there. We will check in. Students are going to get their meal cards and their room key, and then one of the counselors will walk them and you, if you'd like to go up to the dorm to get them settled in there. And so that's totally fine. Yeah, I think I'm a parent of a teenager myself, so I would probably, I don't know if my teenager would want me to come with them, but I would probably want to. So that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And we'll be there to answer questions too, of course, that day if more of them come up. So yeah.
Okay.
And it'll be
And
nice.
so then parents will meet with any of you when we come drop off?
Well, yeah, we will be there to welcome you. So we'll help guide you to where you need to go to check in, and then over to the dorm where our rooms are going to be. And so during that time, you can have a chance to chat with one of the counselors or with me if you have questions or you just want to meet us. We'll be there that's what we're there for that day.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions out there?
So since we're on that topic of meeting up with you when we get there, I had a few questions about like transportation wise, because I know there's like some kids that aren't like, don't have anybody necessarily to take them there. And I was told that there was going to be buses that could take us there in case we didn't have transportation. But I don't know if that still applies. I don't know about like how like the transportation is going to work if one of my family members have to take me. So I wouldn't necessarily, I don't know if I can make it, if that makes sense.
I got it. Yeah, I hope nobody gave you bad information about that. We don't really have transportation available to get students to campus because people are coming from such different places. Some people are coming from a couple hours away. But if transportation is a real concern for you, reach out to me because I'm happy to try to see if there's something that we can do to help. I don't want that to be a barrier to you participating in the program. We don't have any like established, we don't have like buses running around the Western Washington to pick people up, but if there's a way that we can help you get to campus, we'd love to try to help. Any other questions about getting to the program, or what happens when you arrive, or what you should bring, or?
Max, there's a question in the chat for you.
Oh, right on. Thank you. In what dorm building will we be staying in? That is a great question. I don't know yet. I'm waiting for the University of Washington to assign us to a dorm, but last year, if you know the campus, we were in some of the new dorms that were up at the sort of the northwest corner of campus. What was the name of that dorm we were in, Tim? It was not Willow Hall, it was next to Willow.
Just checking, was it McCarty?
I think
No, it wasn't McCarty.
No.
Hold on.
Was it Oak?
No, I don't think it was Oak. I bet I can look at a campus map and figure it out real quick. 1 second. Okay, you know what? I think it was McCarty. I think you were maybe thinking, we used to be in a dorm called McMahon. So I'm gonna pull up a little screen share. I can show you here. This is a map of the UW campus. The blue circle, and I'm going to send this to everybody, so don't worry too much about this, but the blue circle is Willow Hall. That's where everybody's going to meet when you check in on the first day. Last time we ran the program in 2019, students stayed in this building right next door called McCarty Hall. The red circle here is Packer Hall. That is the main home of the UW School of Business. So we will be spending a lot of time in that building and walking between there. But we will also do a campus tour, so you get, it's a big campus with a lot of buildings. We want to give you a feel for all that is there. So we'll be exploring campus, but most of our time will be spent eating and sleeping kind of close to the yellow and blue circle up by McCarty and Willow Hall, and in the business school here in more close to the center of campus. Is there a checklist for what we should bring with us? Yes, I will be sending that out to everybody prior to the program, but there aren't that many things that you need to bring. As I said, your dorms will be equipped with bedding and towels, and all your food is going to be provided. So I would say mostly what you'll need are clothes, anything you need for your medication and hygiene, your bathroom stuff. If you got some stuff that you like to do in the very little free time you have, like read or write or a journal, things like that. But you're going to be pretty busy during the week, so there isn't a whole ton that you need to bring. I guess I'll probably encourage people to bring their own water bottle, so we don't have to use up plastic, and so everybody can stay real good and hydrated during the week. You might want to bring, I'll send this all out. So I said one slightly nicer outfit for when we go visit the firms. You might want to bring like some I don't want to say workout clothes, but we're gonna go. We go spend a whole evening down at the big gym. There's a huge. It's not a gym. It's like an athletic facility that's enormous down at the bottom at the south end of campus. So we go spend an evening there. We'll just buy you tickets to go in, and you can go swim. You can play basketball, racquetball, work out, run. I think they've got rock climbing walls. You just get to explore and sort of have fun. So if you want to, bring some attire that's appropriate for like going to the gym, you can do that. But I'll send out a list. It'll be pretty short list of the things you need to bring. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But thanks for the question.
Hi, my name is Olivia. I go to Fort. I know Guru's talking about going to the soccer field maybe if we wanted to play. Do you think we should bring like cleats or anything like that, or basketball shoes, because you mentioned going to the athletic facility?
That's a good question. I mean, I think some I don't know. There's that athletic facility. There's like a lot of things you could do there. So if you know that you like playing basketball and you got some shoes you want to wear, I mean, we'll be playing there sort of, I don't know if we'll have a formal game, but last time a lot of students wanted to do that. So whatever you think you'd want to do there, if you think you'd want to swim, bring a swimsuit. I don't know about cleats. I've got a feeling one of our counselors is going to try pretty hard to organize a soccer game. So it's possible that's going to happen. It's possible.
Yeah, I just thought also just chime in. So down at IMA, at least they have like kind of more of an indoor court. So like any type of running shoes is fine too. You don't really need any like professional like cleats for any of the sports. And I think there's also like nets for like volleyball, badminton. And there's like even like a kind of like a rock climbing thing too. So there's little things like that. So there's plenty to try. So just generally speaking, I think just most regular any like athletic type shoes are fine. And definitely I think it's also better to have just those because it's versatile, because all of them are just interconnected as one big building. So it's like a great time for you to just kind of explore all of it. And obviously, yeah, like Max said, I'm sure I'll try to set up a little soccer game here and there, but I also want to definitely encourage that there is so much in that building, and just as the opportunity has for you to just like explore it for an entire night, I definitely want to reiterate, it's definitely would be a lot of fun to just check out everything. There's even like a beach volleyball court outside, and there are like big full soccer fields as well, and tennis courts, I think. And I think anyone else wants to add in, but those are like the ones I remember from like all the times I've gone to IMA.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for all the good questions. As I said, I'll be sending out communications all via email. So make sure you're checking your email over the summer with information about arrival, with a map, probably with a schedule for the week, a packing list, and anything else that I feel like it's important for you to know, including like any health and safety updates if those come about. I'll be trying to look at the weather beforehand. Like last time we ran the program, we had a couple of those really super hot days. So it's possible we'll make adjustments to the program based on things like that, but I'll try to be in touch with everybody a couple times before the program to make sure everybody is real well informed, real well prepared. And you can reach out to me anytime with questions. So please don't hesitate. We want everybody to feel like they know all the things they want to know to feel comfortable. And again, I'm really, really excited to meet you, to meet your parents or your guardian or whoever drops you off. And speaking of parents and guardians, the last night of the program on Friday, we have a final banquet dinner, and you will be able to invite one family member to come and join you. So a lot of times people will invite the person who's going to be like picking them up from the program to come on Friday and be a part of that dinner where we have a nice meal together. We hear from some people about the program. We're going to have a couple speakers. We give out some awards, and it's just a real nice end to the program, and gives parents and family members a chance to meet some of the people that you've been in the program with. And it's I'll be in touch about that as well. So yeah, I think on behalf of myself and the counselors and all the other people who helped to make this program happen. We're super excited to meet you. And I just want to thank you for taking an hour out of your Sunday to be here and for your questions. So I'll stay on. If anybody wants to stick around and ask me any questions, feel free. Otherwise, I'll send out a recording link to the recording for tonight in case that's something you want to share with anybody you know who's interested but couldn't be here. And otherwise, you can just look forward to some communications from me between now and the 24th when I'll see you at the UW. So thanks again. Have a great night. Stay cool in the next couple of days, and we'll see you on the 24th.
Thank you, Max. See you
Thank
soon.
you.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right, Max, great job.
You too.
I'm gonna take off. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. You know how to reach me.
I got it. I got it.
All right, man.
I think your background sets the right tone.
Exactly. Right. All right, man. I'll see you soon.
All right. Have a great night. Take care.
Max, actually, I just came back real quick. I just had a final question. Just in terms of like the counselors, I know obviously it's a great time for us to meet like the students too and like talk. And I was just curious, like I know maybe not during the sessions we'll have much time, but say even like around the closing time, like at bedtime for them or whatever for the students after we do our sweeps.
Yeah.
If we just wanted to like kind of hang out amongst ourselves, amongst the counselors in our like dorm area, is that cool? Like I'm just curious, just like, oh guys, let's all go to like just chill in Orange dorm just so we can all meet and talk to each other.
Yeah.
And know each other.
We do that. I mean, assuming you've got the interest and the energy left to do that. I think oftentimes, like I think I was saying earlier when we met, like in the evening, after we like wind down our activities and give students time to sometimes just like have an hour to hang. Some students are wiped out. They just want to like go to bed or they want to read. They've just like had enough of being around people. They need some solo time. So that's a time when the counselors often hang out. We'll do a little like briefing on the day. And I would, oftentimes like I'm super tired, like by the end of the day, I got stuff to do to wrap up, but yeah, that's time. It's, you're free to do what you want as long as you get enough sleep.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not like, oh, we're gonna go out and go crazy. Obviously, it's just
no, it's good. The evenings are really nice, and I think and there's like I said, there ends up being other downtime for hanging out, and like the meals are are kind of time like that too. So the week goes fast, but it's great. I just love spending. I mean, honestly, the people make the program what it is. So and hopefully we'll have some other guests, like some of the guests who are coming. Well. I invite a lot of the presenters and some of like our board members to like be present during the program and like be present in our sessions or come have meals with us so that there's other people, so that everybody has a chance, including you guys who are counselors, to get to know people, because you're still in college. I think you can benefit from a lot of the stuff we cover, and particularly like a lot of the connections you can make during the program too. So
exactly. That was my question too, just because like, I mean, after meeting some of the counselors, like intros, it's just, I'd just love to learn more about like their experiences too. And like, just meet them. And like, especially like what I think was Nicole was like, oh, I just graduated with a marketing degree. So, and I'm just kind of going into all that. So I want to know more, like, how was your experience at Foster? Like, I want to like, obviously I want to be there for the kids and do the counseling stuff, but like, I was just curious with this downtime, just like socialize with the fellow counselors. And
you'll find it for sure. Sure.
That's awesome. That's exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I am too. It's great to meet you, see you in person today. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it a lot. Stay cool, stay in touch, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, I can tell you're curious guys. If more questions come up, just be in touch whenever.
For sure. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye.